Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to the Retro Legion, where we bring you the worst videos about the best handhelds. Just teasing. Uh, so, I got a random one for you guys today. Now, if you watched my older videos, you know many times I talk about I don't have a 6 button handheld. Well, I actually acquired one, and this is one I kind of kept on my watch list. Um, I've always kind of wanted an Arc S or Arc D, either one. They're a lot older now. Sadly, Anbernic doesn't do big enough deals on older handhelds. They'll add them into like their Christmas thing and do their weird discount where it's like this one is 3% off and this one is 8%. This one's 2.649% off. It kind of bothers them, but it's how they do it. You would think maybe they would take older handhelds that they're not producing as much of or have a whole warehouse of and lower the price a little. Just a solid number, you know. Let's drop the Arc $20 now that it's, 5 years old. I don't remember when this released, so don't quote me on that. Anyway, so I've had this on a watch list, and I have been back and forth a few times. I have been looking at the Retroid Pocket Classic, especially when they did that black 6 button one. I almost got that. I kind of wanted a black 6 button Arc, but they do that whole color thing. So certain color schemes are the Arc S, other color schemes are the Arc D. It's annoying. It makes you think, why would you do that? Just offer all the colors for either or. But that's how they do it. So for this one, I added it to my Mercari search list. And the other week, I was on there looking through, seeing, checking on my shop, all that, and boom, an Arc S shows up. Now, this Arc S showed up on there for relatively cheap. Um, Less than 50. I can't remember the exact price. Less than 50. Of course, they had it set up with the original operating system, firmware, all that. So when it showed up, it was a little sluggish. It felt older than it is, I guess, at this point. And keep in mind, these handhelds age quickly. Go back 5 years and look at what we had available. Go back 7 years, look at what we had available. I mean, it's insane the rate at which this hobby or whatever you want to call it has moved on and accelerated. I mean, it's just we've gone from point A to point B so fast. Anyway, moving on past that. So I picked it up. Of course, they had the original stock SD card in it, so no brand name on it, running really slow, really horribly. Now, a lot of times I'll find handhelds like this show up on a place like Mercari, and the person will say for parts or repair, and then they'll describe what's happening. And I've talked to you guys about this before. They'll describe it as the light will come on, the screen backlight will come on, but nothing shows up. Or there's no game card in it and it doesn't turn on. Or you can't do nothing, just the power light comes on. You got to watch for these. Now, when they do this, they normally price them really, really, really low. Now, the way to fix that, the problem they're having is, well, put some other firmware on it. Throw MuOS on it. Throw MinUI on it. Whatever you want, whatever your preferred, system is, I guess. That's what you put on it. Soon as you flash that SD card, stick it in, put it on, as long as the handheld was able to power up and stay powered up, the screen will come on. It'll work. All it was is a corrupted SD card. And that's why we swap them out immediately. Now, another thing I do with these SD cards that come in them, especially the stock, unbranded bullshit that we get, that's what these are, I will stack these up, just like you see over there, every one of those, and I will sell those off. That is my rebate system for handhelds. I will stack those up, I'll sell them off pretty cheap, and I will end up making $40-50 depending on the amount of SD cards. Someone will buy the whole slew of them because that essentially gets them a collection. Now, the SD cards I get that are corrupted and don't work, if I can't clean them, repair them, or get them, anything like that, I get rid of them. I just trash them. I don't spend that much time on them. So, yeah, the ones that still work, the ones that just come straight out, they go in this pile, they get sold, and that'll fund me another handheld. All right, now on to the Arc S. Sorry it took 5 minutes, but I wanted to go over all that. Not bad. I mean, of course, we picked this up used off Mercari, pretty cheap. The back, you got a little bit of grip here. I will say the first time when I opened it up and pulled the Arc S out of the box, my first thought was, wow, that's bigger than I thought it was. And it is. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. And you see it in my hands, you're like, hey, it ain't that big. It's actually quite bigger. Here's a phone case laying around. So it's bigger than your phone by a lot. And this is a Google Pixel 10 Pro case, I think. So, yeah, it's a lot bigger than you would think it is. So like I said, when I got it, everything was still stock. So I put a version of Rocknix on it. Fairly easy. Just got to do a little digging to find an old file for Rocknix that works with the Arc S or Arc D. Don't go grab a new one. I don't know. I doubt the new one will work. Go look back in the archive there on GitHub and find the old one for the Arc D or Arc S. Upload it. Here you go. So now back onto the topic of a 6-button handheld. Oh, I was doing a walkthrough. I'm all over the place today, guys. I'll explain later. I've never thought I needed a 6-button handheld. You kind of want this for fighting games and the like. I don't really play fighting games. I didn't have a Sega or Sega Dreamcast growing up. I had friends that had those. And I remember playing Toe Jam and Earl and Sonic at a friend's house with the black 6-button control. I had a lot of fun, but I didn't have one. So I always wanted one, but I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on one. And I only wanted one to see if I was missing something. Let's say now I'm not missing anything. I know I'm not missing anything now. The extra buttons have been realistically useless to me. And it's because I don't really play fighting games. But let's go over it. You got your A, B, C, X, Y, Z, start select. You got that disc style D-pad. It's really close to the cube. Of course, it looks just like it. But this one feels maybe just a hair cheaper. And it's just probably age or, I don't know. There's a lot going on. It could be the exact same one. It just feels that way to me because how old this handheld is at this point. Then you got your shoulders and your triggers. So L1, R1, L2, R2. On the go charging, HDMI out. And you got right there for like function, which that should, do but we're on the menu. It should be the menu button. Then volume up, down, and power. 3.5 on the bottom. Internal, external cards. Nothing. Then, of course, you get your speakers down here, and then you got this ribbon down here that just sits there and adds color to the bottom corner of this, which is interesting. This yellow button drives me nuts. I hate this yellow button. I hate that. I would have been fine with any other color to match the like kind of duller colors of the handheld, and you got this one bright yellow button that stands out. Let's get into the thing here. I guess let's jump into Sega. What do we got? I probably should have updated this list of games before I did this video. Yeah, because I didn't add. I'm sure I can find some. I loved Toe Jam and Earl growing up. It's probably my favorite Sega game. Let's do this. Let's go. Beyond Oasis. I keep trying to play that one, and I don't get that far in it. Contra Hard Corps. Let's jump in. Let's jump into Comic Zone. I don't mind this as a little beat 'em up. Sega. Let's turn up. What do we got? Volume going up. I like the idea of this game that it's kind of that hand. I'm moving the whole stand. Hold on. Oh, okay. Now I'm comfortable. That's kind of a comic being drawn, you know. So those are. Oh, okay. Did it use all those? Oh, I'm bad at this game. Okay, I need to focus here. You ever play the first Mortal Kombat, huh? Okay, that ain't working out. Yeah, I've actually been a lot farther in this game than that. Okay, so these 3 buttons actually have a use, man. This is nice. I haven't played this game on here yet, but look. I got punch, jump, block, item 1, item 2, item 3. Okay, maybe I'm starting to come around a little bit more to 6-button handhelds. Maybe some of you guys are right. I guarantee if I played more Sega games, Dreamcast, whatever, games that utilize this, I would probably fall in love with it more. I'm coming, Ratsy. I know, it popped right off of there. I probably should have just grabbed it and lifted it. What do you want me to do? Grab him? Come here, bro. I know what y'all are thinking. And yep, that bro's my bro. Me and that bro, I mean, we are bros. Favorite president's Abraham Lincoln. Look at you little flying. Oh. Yeah, get some. Alright. Alright. We're not going to stay in the. Oh, shit. I don't. Oh, wait. This is Rockneck, so. That means I should be able to. There we go. Love some Rocknecks for that feature. I mean, you could set that type of stuff up almost anywhere. I will tell you what I have been using this for more so is arcade. Fine, when I say arcade, I do mean the CPS systems, you know, Capcom 1, 2, 3, Final Burn, Neo, all those. I've been using it a lot for that. I will say Comic Zone so far is the first one that just kind of by default utilized all 6 face buttons. That was really nice, actually. Slowly coming around to it. Let's put some quarters in. That's right, a whole bunch of quarters. You guys are about to see why I don't play fighting games. It's because I'm the world's best at fighting games. No one could beat me if I decided to do this. What if I just stand here? Well, what if I just did that? Dude, take it easy. I'm trying to figure out buttons here. Oh, wait. I'm probably using them. There it is. I'm not that good at getting those off. I don't even know the combination for sure. I know full range of motion's fireball, half range is not. See? And then I know this one's forward and back. That's about it. Anyway, interesting for fighting games. Exiting. Let's back up. So I don't do this with a lot of systems where I load up all Capcom and all that. Don't really load up MAME much. There's not a whole lot in these games that I love. Let's find something on here though. Yeah, I wonder. I haven't even tried this yet. I don't know how well MAME will work. I don't remember the ROM set I have. Probably gonna throw me some stupid error. Ooh, we could play Gunbird. Let's fire that up. See if my MAME ROM set will load. I used to have a lot of issues with MAME. When I first started this, I could never get MAME to work. Then I got to the point where I can get MAME to work all the time. Now I haven't loaded a MAME game in, I don't know, a year and a half. Okay. We're just gonna go random. That was cool. Oh, okay, that gives me that screen. Oh. I don't mind shoot 'em ups or fighting games. I just don't play them a bunch, you know? I don't typically get the urge to play them. Yeah, I might once in a while feel like, you know what, I might want to play like a side scroller, beat 'em up, like Double Dragon or Shredder's Revenge or something. Well, this one's interesting. Actually, it seems like it has a story. Well, I feel like I've played through this before now. How about that? Nothing too bad of. Oh, I guess I'm out of that. Anyway, these type of games are easy because you'll never beat me. I can just keep pumping virtual quarters into this thing. I was looking for something else. This I don't even remember where I pulled this ROM set from. I mean, look at all the file names. I mean, you can kind of guess what's going on. And that's just for my Capcom CPS 1, 2, and 3. These are all zipped files. I'm sure if I unzipped every one of them, pulled out the actual game and all that, it would, I would have actual file names. And I could always go in and edit, but I am too lazy to do that because I don't play a lot of these games, so I don't care that they look like this. It's not very often small things like that don't bother me, but this is one of them. I'll have to shoot them up. I forgot we can stop here and just kind of look at demos. Yes, so this is Slamast. Let's play Wolfja. Wolfa. That is the same wolf shit. Those SJC, huh? That is all the same demo video. I was about to say, this is the same bullshit ass demo video. I'm done. I don't know what this is. Let's try it. Little side scrolling dude with some heat. Let's check it out. Oh, speaking of new equipment, so the camera's in. Got a new desk mat. It wasn't what I thought it was, and I even checked reviews, and everybody like confirmed what this thing was, and I got it, and it is nothing near what everybody said it was. It's not even made of the same damn material they said it was made out of. So I probably just got screwed over on that. But I got the new camera. We got new stands, boom arms. Right now, to my right, I have one of the new studio lights. It's aimed up and away from me, and it's making this a lot brighter already. Oh, I guess he didn't have, he was throwing arrows, I guess. That is not what I thought I was seeing. Anyway, I'm blind. New backdrop, new backdrop stand. I tested all that. Oh, now I do have a gun. Okay, I did see that. Anyway, new backdrop stand. The backdrop stand is absolutely perfect. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be when I ordered it. I got it from somebody on Mercari for insanely cheap. They watched my videos, they knew who I was, and they were like, hey, you were saying you needed new equipment for the channel. Do you want this backdrop stand I had for photography? And I was like, hell yes. So they sold it to me quite cheap. Thank you for that, by the way. That was very awesome of them. However, the backdrop, both of them are not quite the size I need. The stand is more than enough. It covers, when I did the test shot, it covered the backdrop itself it covered the whole span of the, camera angle. However, the backdrop itself did not. So I got to figure that out or move it, adjust it in some way. I actually have to rearrange some parts of my work office to make this happen. Other than that, I need a 4-port USB hub, and I should be about good to go after adjusting some things and doing a couple more tests, and then we'll be over on OBS. 2 cameras, looking at my ugly mug and what I'm doing here, so you can see it all. Full reveal. You guys can have it. No, I don't care. Our guests, worth it if you get it cheap. And when I say cheap, I don't mean super deal. I mean just whatever your level of cheap is. Whatever level you look at this and go, I would pay that for this. It's not a bad handheld at all. I guess that brings up the question, do I regret not buying it new? Do I regret not pulling the trigger sooner on it or any of that? No, I don't. I feel like the timing's just fine. I didn't have a 6-button. I keep looking at them. I do have one now. So for anything I want to test where I feel like I need 6 buttons, I now have them. I didn't feel like I really needed it before. The screen on this is interesting. It's Anbernic's older screen. It's fine. The colors are colors. Audio, the sound makes sounds. Yeah. But $50 or under, if you can score this, let's be real. Let's be real. This does feel like Anbernic quality. This is 2021 Anbernic. 2022 Anbernic quality. So it feels there. It's solid. It's a nice handheld. It doesn't feel bad in the hands. The shape helps to all that. All the buttons, everything feels Anbernic quality. It feels really sturdy. And this is in that time where Anbernic was really up in their game and they did a lot. This came out during that. So really feels solid to me. So let's put it this way. Scratch the 50. $60 or less for an Arc S and D. Honestly, Arc S or D. I would say don't really waste your money on the D. you know what I meant. Anyway, don't waste your money on the Arc D. Giggity. You get a little extra RAM and you get a touch screen. But you're not going to do much more than what I already do with the Arc S here. Especially in today's with today's handhelds, it's almost pointless to buy one of these. But if you're curious and want a 6-button handheld like I did, and you want to map it to some older Street Fighter games and really throw down that way, or really go through Comic Zone, which just kind of makes me want to do that, but go for it. But I wouldn't waste your money. I wouldn't go new. Stick to used. This is a good one. So, aside from the Arc S, everybody, the next week or so might be hectic. The last week was a little hectic. In the background, you got to remember that my life continues on just like everybody else's. I got problems, things like that, and me and my wife and kids, we've been dealing with a foreclosure on our home. We've been trying to fight it off for a while now. They were making a decision, like they said, around January 10th, which was, the other day. However, that was a Saturday, so I don't know. I guess that was just like the date where they were going to make a decision. So I was kind of expecting a phone call yesterday or today. So I'm kind of on edge about that, and I'm still trying to put out content for everybody and still stay active in the channel. But at the same time, trying to figure out what the Retro Legion going to do when you're homeless, you know what I mean? Me, my wife, and kids, we're going to be coming to you live from the streets. We're going to be out there peddling our wares. We're going to have a little box out, and I might have handhelds. Come on, man, two for five, 1 for 6. 1 for 6, 2 for 5. I'm just playing. No, the foreclosure thing is real. Waiting on the outcome. We have been fighting that. There's a lot to that. Of course, massive amounts of money fix most things, but that's just something I don't have. I may work for an internet company and work in wireless networking, IT repair, all that. But yeah, I'll make what you guys think. I'm also tower crew, so when you guys watch those videos of people climbing stuff and they're like, that guy climbs once, it makes $500,000 a year. No, we don't. If I climb today, my paycheck might be slightly larger. And by slightly, I mean less than 100 added. Like a $50 bonus. That's just how it is. Climbers normally work full-time for a company. We do the climbing thing when it's needed. Most of the country doesn't need a tower climber every day. So the bulk of my job is being here in my office. I'm getting sidetracked, guys. You don't want to hear about this bullshit. But just keep that in mind as you watch my videos. And this is for the people that just throw out shitty comments and that's all they're here for. Outside this stuff, man, I got a life too. I'm out there in the world. And if you're here to throw out a shitty comment, I'm going to say this again. I'm out there in the world. It is very possible to run into me. And I promise that's something you don't want. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. So, if I forgot something over the last couple of weeks, if there was something I was intending or meaning to do, please hit me up in the comments. And remember, with certain videos, guys, I don't always remember what I paid for something when I picked it up. I don't really script my stuff. I just kind of shoot from the hip here. So when I say, this handheld is 5 years old or whatever, it could be 4, it could be 3, it could be 12. I didn't look. It's older. Can we be good with that, please? So, a review is just my opinion on a subject here and on a device or whatever. So it still counts. Even if I just did 5 seconds of, this is a good handheld buy, that still counts as a review. Yeah, it's going to be one of those weeks, everybody. It's going to be fun. So hopefully I got more coming down the pipeline. I'm trying to think of what I have going on. I know there are some videos other people wanted me to get to, but I just really haven't had time. I haven't forgot you guys. There's still got a guy that had an issue with the Mangmi Air X. I responded to his comment, but he never got back to me. So, yeah, hopefully he got that fixed. All right, yeah. So, Arc S, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you have an Arc S? Do you have an Arc D? Does anybody out there still use this daily if you have it? Is this a viable choice for you? Is this something that you actually pick up on a regular basis and play on? And not just because you have a save file somewhere on it, but because you like it. The 6-button thing hasn't grown on me yet. I don't dislike it. I don't feel like it is necessary, realistically. But it's cool. I mean, it's doable. You could always get a 6-button Bluetooth controller and call it good. You can always map other buttons. I mean, that's something about having that layout. Kind of brings back those memories of playing Toe Jam and Earl. But yeah. Well, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you have one? Do you want one? Is it something you'll buy? My RGDS video, we talk a lot on there still. Guys, I am as honest as possible with all this stuff. I give you my real honest opinion. I do get a lot of those comments of, well, why don't you look at this or try this? Guys, I know what I'm doing. I look at all this and try to review these from a standpoint of first-time buyer or, mass majority of people, what they're going to do with it, how they're going to see it, and how they're going to use it, which is more than likely leave the stock SD card in it and let it die. But that's how I do things. All right, guys, see you in the next one. I know I always take like 10 minutes to close out a video, right? All right, whatever.